Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya claimed that Ryan Garcia made $30 million. Basically, Ryan Garcia retweeted it, and he said it was true. He said that the fight grossed over $100 million. They allegedly did 1 million pay-per-view buys. So he said he got $30 million. So then Tank got out of jail holding a whole bunch of money. So they got paid. Don't forget, they got the gate. They probably got merchandise. They probably still going, they probably didn't receive the whole 30 yet. That ain't usually how it go, but they got paid. And shout out to them. Can they do it again? It's just not about having one, pay-per-view event. It's really about, can you do it again? Can you continue to line up those big fights? Will you get content? One thing about Mayweather, he liked getting big checks, so he kept leveling up. He didn't let the De La Hoya fight stop him. He liked leveling up. So, do I believe it? Yeah, I mean, shit, I don't understand why, people would feel the need to lie on their pockets to the public. But do Oscar De La Hoya know the lie and all that shit? Absolutely. If he made 30, then you gotta imagine what Al Heyman did made. And maybe, and the money's always gonna be there for Canelo. You gotta ask yourself, why couldn't he share a little bit of wealth with Terrence Crawford, and why did Errol Spence have to go in Terrence Crawford's pockets? I go in his pockets to pay Terrence Crawford. Like I be saying, dude, like they be talking about these advisors and promoters, they be trying to talk so genuine and that they got the best interest of the fighter. Anytime you make me go in my pocket, you don't have my best interest. When it's money to me, it's a lot of money to me, and it ain't that much money to you. Like when Bob Arrow made Terrence Crawford go out his pocket, give some of his money back so he can have a fight in Omaha versus Gamboa. I remember, when Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya fought, they said Bob Arrow made more money than anybody. He made more money than both the fighters made. And they did big numbers. So think about that for a minute. It's just greed, bro. And if you hear people say, well, I hear black people say this, especially older black people, well, that's too much money for me. Like, man, with that type of mindset, you'll never get nothing in this world. That's what make Bob. That's what make Warren Buffett. That's what make Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg what they are. It ain't never enough. And then again, it ain't never enough because it's always somebody that's controlling. Look at Elon Musk. Thought he thought he made a whole bunch of money. He could do what the hell he wanted to do. Nope, didn't happen. All this stuff started leaking out about him, and he had to get in line too. So, the most powerful person is the one that's controlling, that's able to control all these wealthy men. So no matter how much money you make, unless you the ultimate dude pulling all the strings in the world, shit. Go look at Orlando Brown crazy ass video about who run the world, who running all this. And the people got the power. People the ones that do the leg work, but they use religion and politics, and they use prisons, and they lose these these crazy laws to keep everybody in check. If everybody said we ain't working tomorrow, you know how they cripple the economy just one day. They tried to get people back in the day when gas was creeping up $5. See, people tend to forget. Back in like 2007 and 8, gas was damn near $5 a gallon. People don't remember that shit. And they was like, well, let's do a gas, strike and shit. And they said, we ain't gonna get gas on Tuesday. So everybody gas up. Your boy ain't got money. Your family ain't get up some money. So we won't have to get gas on Monday. So we ain't got to get gas on Tuesday or whatever it was like that. Shit, I seen more ninjas getting gas on that Tuesday than, any other day of the week. So it just ain't like black people can't stay on cold. People in general, boycotts and large don't, if they do work, they don't never last. People tend to forget. you know. But yeah, they get money. You know, they made some money. Pretty sure Tank made a little bit more. And, you know, we'll see what their next move is if it's their best move. You know, if they made anything remotely close to that, you know, either you happy with getting that amount of money, you know, like I said, you know, content, or you want to keep going higher and higher. And the natural progression for Gervonta Davis is go ahead and get all the belts. If I can get 30 million fighting Ryan Garcia, imagine what I can do if I beat Devin Haney and get all the belts. And he in a position of weakness right now. He having a hard time cutting weight. And I heard Bernie say, well, you know, he should do his job and cut weight. Yo, do people know what the definition of fucking undisputed is? It ain't no dispute. I'm not required to have to defend this motherfucking title. Because, you know, when I was in a position of weakness, ain't nobody want the regular title. I was an email. It'd be funny how people, once the media determine, people determine they don't like you, how they want you to do shit that others wouldn't do to you. How they forget how Top Rank. Imagine how Top Rank treated Terrence Crawford. How Top Rank treated Devin Haney. That'd be crazy to me how people just say, well, I don't like him because his daddy, or I don't like him whatever reason because the media tell me to not to like him. Dude, I use logic. And I ain't turning the other cheek at all. I don't have to fight Shakur Stevenson. Like words say in the rule book, I have to fight this motherfucker. I got undisputed. But Jamel Charlo ducked Tim Tszyu for all these years, and Castanos ducked him for all these years, and people don't got the same heat for them. So, like I said before, it's a whole bunch of inconsistency in boxing, bro. And then these same people turn around and say, well, Canelo is this, and he's cool, and I like Canelo, but this nigga doing the same worse shit than the rest of these dudes out here. And he the leader of this generation. As far as boxing, this supposed to be his generation. And it's worse than it's ever been under his watch. You know, and I was surprised they made Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence after Ryan and Tank. I thought if that fight hit, they damn sure wasn't gonna make this fight. But then again, rumor has it that this fight was the one that funded this fight, but I don't believe so. If that was the case, Errol Spence wouldn't have to go in his own pocket. I say it again, if that was the case, Errol Spence wouldn't have to go in his own pocket and pay that bill. So y'all can miss me with that. Y'all can miss me. So, but, you know, they got their money, Hopefully they're smart with their money. Hopefully, you know, they invest their money. Hopefully they don't do impulsive spending. You know, 'cause 30 million ain't shit. For real. A lot of people think it's the end all be all. It's somebody that got that 300 times over again. And they still getting it. Mayweather made what, 2025 fighting De La Hoya? A couple fights down the line, he was making 50. You know, eventually making $250 million fight. So like Master P say, it ain't no limit. But I just don't, you know, Ryan Garcia, if Derek James can get Ryan Garcia together, then hey, dude, he should be the trainer of the year every time Ryan Garcia fucking fight. I see them working on defense and doing certain things, and you know, I think it's a good fit for him. I think Derek James is a hell of a trainer. You hear AJ say it just ain't about the physical, it's about the mental with Derek James. So, you know, so I mean, he got some good fighters, you know, in there. And he got some good workers in there, and they whole thing is to be over there, you gotta work hard, you gotta be durable, you gotta be in condition, and they gonna make sure you at the best condition you can be in. You know, and he probably need to relocate down there, to be honest. Probably the best case scenario for him is relocate in Dallas and stick around Derek James. And leave that LA shit behind. He probably need to get away from mommy and daddy and his brother and forge his own path as a man. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. And you see that sometimes with guys that go off to college and they got to figure it out. You see it sometimes where the parents, usually it's like the step parent, throw the boy out, or you don't want to follow the rule. Some parents don't do that, but some parents do. Hear Chris Tucker joke about how his mama and daddy, when he graduated high school, he was his mama baby, but after he graduated, the mama and daddy was leaving army brochures on his fucking pillowcase trying to get him to get the hell out. Our community is the only one that really believe in that. Like, get the hell out, go fuck your credit up, then you can come back home. Once you have all these kids, your credit fucked up, get your credit, your life together. Instead of setting that structure, you see Asian people and Indian and Arabs, they kids' futures is planned 10 years ahead when they born. They know exactly what their kids can do and won't do, how it should be structured. And their sister went through it, their niece went through it, their granddaddy went through it, their mamas and daddy went through it, their cousins went through it. So it's already known what to expect of them. It's already known what to expect. So it is what it is. Man, I don't want to get too deep in this, but hey, shout out to Ryan and Tank for getting the bag. It's always good to see young people getting the bag. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, all the time. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube for more stuff around Detroit. You just want to support, donate. It's Motor City Sports Talk. Peace.